I'm Mark Schneider, I'm ready as a fucking tomato, and we gotta do some spring cleaning here, and that means these things need to be worked on. Ooh, goody. I need to order a new clutch for this boy. That's why she's taken apart. I gotta remember that. I think this one should be good, might need a tune-up. And I just inherited this old McCulloch. Now, do I know anything about this? No. What's the first thing we're gonna do? See if she runs, because that's kind of the most important step. Also though, I want to mention, like, there's gonna be a ton of videos. Why? Because we got tons of spring cleaning. As you can see, I gotta clean my freaking workshop. The license plate wall is almost covered. That's no good. And all of this. Yay. There's a 40s little engine in there, little 1940s Wisconsin 10 horsepower I want to start. I still got to get this finished up with the 500 Hz for this snow machine. We got these chainsaws. That's the same, that's an SM420 transmission. This is the socket set that you can possibly win just by subscribing, and will be given out once we hit 500 subscribers. That's pretty awesome. An old wood stove for some reason. And I think I got a lawnmower that needs an oil change, a blade sharpen, and a spark plug change on the damn thing. You can see my load of scrap right there getting filled. This thing needs a couple wiring work and a fresh oil change and everything on the old Atlas. And we need to start working on this thing. You know, just a few minor couple things to get done around here. But first, let's bring this out into light and see how she is. Just gotta pop the old workbench down. Put this down and see what we're working with. Now I can tell it's a McCulloch Mac 1010. Do I know what that means? No idea at all. She's got a good old hockey tape grip, because the original grip, it looks like it must have been rotted out. There's our spark plug. Our exhaust vent. That looks like our adjustment plate. She's got a brand new clutch in there, it looks like. Now I inherited this from my uncle, so she's probably pretty good. She's old metal gas tank. Empty. There might be a bit of crap in there. Hopefully there's a filter. Is there any bar oil in this thing? Ooh, I think there is, because I got some on me. Very, very little. There is some chain oil in there. Well, first things first, do the old compression test. Blow out your shoulder. Got compression. That's an off switch. She squirts oil out, so she's got a squirter for the oil. Do it on the bar, so you manually do it. Kill switch right there. Choke. She's got a choke. So this is an old unit. Do I see any part numbers on this? Good old steel handguard. I don't see nothing on this thing. That is the original bar. So this, well, it's a McCulloch Mac 10 bar, so that's what this is. I have no idea. There's no part number on this thing, so I can't tell the age. Maybe we'll just pour some gas in there and see if she fires up. It might just be easy as that. First time I'm looking at this thing, it's filthy as hell, and it might just fire right up. Good old gas cap. Just a little now. She does not take much gas, because that just filled it up halfway. So she takes very little gas, which might be good. Might be a fuel saver for me. Because those other chainsaws, they don't go through a lot of gas either, but they eat a little bit. I should probably put a 50-50 mix in this. I don't know. I don't know anything about this chainsaw. Probably is a 2-stroke engine, so it probably should have mixed fuel in it, but let's just see if she fires first. Kidding. That's a win. Maybe choke her a bit. Maybe not. She's a bit tough. She hasn't been running in a while. She runs. So I'm gonna go get some 2-stroke oil in there, mix it in with the gas, get that. Probably won't be proper ratio, but that's fine. She still needs some bar oil. Let's see how this thing cuts. Fill her up through with some, I need to get some more of this Husqvarna bar and chain oil. I really like to run this stuff or AMS oil, pretty much full there. Now my biggest tip is every time you run a chainsaw, or at least once an hour when you're running a chainsaw, check your bar oil, make sure that runs good. Oh, I hear that squirt. You can see that. So actually on this unit, you oil your own chain. It's got an oil primer, so it takes from the oil reservoir and does it. It doesn't just automatically take from it. You gotta oil this thing. That both scares me and is pretty cool because this thing is kind of oldish. Doesn't take a lot of gas. Like that, she's full. So that's a tiny gas tank on that thing. It's just this front portion. This front portion's the whole gas tank. I can see it sealed through this bolt, this top cover. Pull it off and you can clean that all out. That's actually pretty cool. Now my bet is this is a two-cylinder engine, so we're just going to throw some good old 2-cylinder engine oil in here. Just a little bit. And the vibrations of the engine as she's running, she'll make that good. If she's a 4-cylinder and she does, well, no, she's not. She obviously won't be unless she's pulling oil from there for fuel. This thing is probably most likely a 2-cylinder if it's not. Now this is the thing, a lot of guys will go, it needs to be perfect mix, and I go, well, just run it. If she's too rich on oil, add a little bit more gasoline, mix it in there, and she'll run. Pretty much also as soon as she gets hot, she'll run off anything. If you add too much, it'll just burn off the oil. Won't harm it none, won't do it none. You add too little, she will hurt it a little bit, but at the end of the day, these old engines, they pretty much run off anything. Just got a light tinty blue cover to that. I'd probably add a little bit too much 2-cylinder oil, but whatever. Let's go test this on a stump or something, because yeah, that chain's tight. She ain't loose, so she's good. She could be a little looser, actually. Oh no, see, I can pull that a little bit of traction, so she's probably pretty good. I'm actually gonna just pour a little bit of oil. Wrong oil, whatever. Pour a little bit of oil on the end there, get that tip, because I used to on the other saw, before when the clutch went, it burnt out the end of the blade, the bar as well, which isn't good. So now let's go test out this, God, who knows how long it is, how old it is, McCulloch engine. I'm surprised. I didn't have to do anything on it, didn't change spark plug, didn't need a carburetor clean, just a couple pulls and she fired right clean. But she was also stored with no gas in her, which is a big help. At the end of your season, always clean your stuff out or run it till it's empty. You'll save yourself a lot of trouble, because any gas left in the carb will gum it up and it'll just be a problem for you. Pull the safety off. cut's good. She's a keeper. Probably gonna use this a lot more now that I know this works. I just gotta remember with this thing, primer with a little bit of oil every once in a while. But heck, she starts right up. She cuts real good. I bet you that thing was sharpened right before she was last used. Best tips to keep your chainsaws running forever. 1, check everything once in a while, maintain it, whatever. If something's burning, your bar's burning or something, check the clutch, check it all, make sure it's good and dandy, because at the end of the day, like, I just had a clutch go on my other chainsaw. It burnt the fuck out of my bar and it wrecked everything because I wasn't careful. I was like, she's just running a little bit rich. I'll oil it a little bit more. I was oiling and oiling and oiling. I just kept burning and burning and burning. What was the clutch went out and started sticking, and the clutch gave. And so there's no, when the clutch gives, there's no separation between the two RPMs. Your engine RPM will always be your blade RPM, and it just kept going. And wrecked my blade that way. Wrecked my bar. So this thing is cool that it has its own oil actuator. I have no idea how old this thing is. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of research, but this thing's pretty cool. And pretty happy to add this old steel construction to my collection of chainsaws. I cut that like butter. This thing's gonna get put to good use tomorrow. Never had a McCulloch. This thing'd be neat. Since this thing gave me no problems at all, you know, grab the old sweater, wipe her off a spot right in the gas tank. Man, she'd clean up pretty nice if I clean her. Probably ain't get a cleaning afterwards. But if you want to sticker yourself, just go on to schneiderclassics.ca, because, you know, I'm funding this all by myself. If you want to show some support for the channel, buy a sticker. Or they slap this sucker right there. Show who owns her, because I'm keeping this unit. There's no way I'm getting rid of this unit. Plier sticker real good there. Oh, gives a little bit of trouble on this adhesive. She ain't going anywhere. She's ours now. Look at that. Good old Schneider Classics. Now, I'm going to tell you what's truth. You see me working on little things here and there. You see me working on the trucks. You see me, I got to finish doing the head gasket on this unit. I'm halfway through that video. This thing's got the head gasket installed. I just need to reinstall it. I got to make a new carb gasket for it and install the carb on the old 67 that we're using the tailgate as a bench because my workbench is too cluttered. I'm going to tell you this. If you spend, and this is what I've been starting to say, an hour a day keeps the rust at bay. It won't keep it away, but it'll keep it at bay, and it'll make, and like, all you have to do is do one thing a day and you'll be right on your way. To be real here and stuff, I try and do more than an hour a day or everything like this. I have so many projects and so much stuff, but if you just work at it, like today I went and where you saw me cut for the last like probably 20 years, almost 20 years, I don't know, as long as we've owned this property, as long as this property's been in the family, we had a burn barrel out there. Well, that burn barrel has been rusted the hell. See? She just wasn't, and I told her, you know what, today's my day to go and get this out of the back 40, drag it up here, and get her dealt with. There's old pop cans, whatever people burned with in this thing, I don't know. I never touched the damn thing. My burn pit's up there and just cardboard. So this thing is ratty. That was actually a job in its own. I probably could have filmed and that would have been entertaining. But like I said, an hour a day will keep the rust at bay. More than an hour a day and you'll be on your way. I don't know what I said. I'm just saying it now. But thanks for watching. Click on for more. And there's going to be a couple more chainsaws. We got that thing to go. We got the big old tractor to run like some farm stuff because it's spring. Springtime? Well, I got stuff to do around here like this thing. This thing is a blade sharpen, oil change, new spark plug, get her all tuned up, ready to go. Maybe some wheel grease because that wheel don't want to turn. And she'll be cutting all day long. And Bobber will love it, even though he hates engines. Love you, Bobber. Good old shop cat. But see you guys in the next video.